I would just say just don't judge yourself on how you feel. Judge yourself by what you do, despite how you feel. So you can feel shitty, you can wake up and have a terrible day and still show up with a smile in front of 1,000 people. And so if you can do it with 1,000 people, you can do it with one. And that first one is the person that looks at you in the mirror in the morning.
And now when it comes to business, I just have a real quick question.
Okay. Sure.
So I built an Instagram audience to over 100,000. I speak about sales and marketing.
Awesome.
I've been doing it for the past 2 years. I've been posting kind of like every day. I know the content game, but the one thing that I'm struggling to balance is, you know how you say, give until they ask. And you know, I love it, but sometimes it takes a while until they ask, right? And cash flow still needs to come in. And I run a service-based business. And so how do I balance it out without tiring my audience? Because my community is known for, you know, really being in the comments, chatting with me and being there for me. So how do I do it?
So if you want to have a one step away from like just giving forever, right? Is that you give in public, sell in private, which is when people respond to your stories, right? When people DM you, like those are conversations that they're usually asking, or they're basically asking, when people ask questions, you can still define a scope and say, hey, like at a certain point, I've given you all this value, use all the free stuff. If you want more than that, I'd be happy to hop on a call and see if I can help you more, right? So it's not like everyone buy this thing right now, right? You're not like getting super aggressive about it. You still publicly just keep pumping all the goodwill and the value that you are, and that'll grow your audience and it'll increase goodwill and all of those things. And that's what you want, and you're gonna keep doing that. It's just that you could still have a call to action that's just in the comment section, or put a story up that says, hey, by the way, if you need help with that thing, I'm happy to help. Like those are very light touch things, because I understand you gotta pay bills, I understand that. And so you can put those things out without necessarily damaging the goodwill that I think you're obviously building. So hang in there, you'll be fine, you'll get through it, and then it'll be a story that you'll someday tell.
Yeah, and thank you for everything that you do, not just for me, but for everyone else, because I think you're marking a new path, and that's kind of cool.
I appreciate you, bro. Thank you.
What's the one question that you wish you would have asked yourself earlier in your entrepreneurial career when faced with a little bit of uncertainty and direction? 90% of my business is in person. Online, that's the kind of the direction of whether or not I really want to go towards. More specifically, you know, creating almost like a Wodify version of kettlebells, just trying to figure out what the next step is going to be.
So me asking myself a question is always going to be different than you asking something for you, because we're different people, right? And we have different goals. And so everything usually ladders up to like, what's the goal? What's the why? And so like right now, do you have like a monetary goal? Do you have an impact goal? And believe me, I have no issues if you're like, I just want to make a certain amount of money. Like I get that. Because any of the businesses that you just mentioned, so whether it's the brick and mortar business, or you want to start doing training for those people online, or it's doing the Wodify version, which is basically no service and just providing workouts and whatnot. All of those are potential businesses, but pursuing all of them at the same time will virtually guarantee that you don't succeed at any of them. And so the biggest issue when you're starting out is just picking the path and being willing to commit to it with the uncertainty that comes with it. Because like every entrepreneurial path has uncertainty. Like, and that's what makes entrepreneurship hard. It's literally the not knowing and the pain of suffering consequences for ignorance. For things that you've learned now that you're like, if I had only known then what I know now, and that's every entrepreneur until the day they die. And it's just wishing that it were different that causes a lot of the struggle. So which of these things, of the three that I just mentioned, like which of those is the one that like lights you up the most?
I mean, in-person training, obviously, like we live in a small beach town community.